And we are live.
Yay!
I am a little slow on the uptake today. So if you want to lead us off, Beth, I'm still opening.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome. Oh, wait, hold on. That's my fault.
Already stuff going on? Is it not open on your end either? Or we have
No, I have to mute. I always forget I have to mute the YouTube on my end because it's going to talk at you. Okay. Well, hello, everyone, to this lovely start today. This is the BL Weekend Review, where we talk about all things BL. We will cover upcoming series that just ended, and a little bit of fun tea for you all.
I'm your host, BL Songbird.
And I am your host, Beth.
Don't forget, before we continue, to like, subscribe, and join our live chat. Everybody's super friendly and they all have a lot of fun talking about everything that's going on. Who knows? You might even get a shout out. If you don't want a shout out, you're welcome to let us know, and we will keep it quiet. Everyone loves a little tea in their lives. That's what's happening in the world this week.
All right. Well, for everyone here, we are experimenting with a new little feature today. So, we're going to do our best. But we thought it would be fun to actually show you some posts that have to do with the tea and the news. So, Songbird, take it away. There we go. Okay. So, is there one right before this?
Is there? I can...
Yes. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so... So, if anyone hasn't seen, this is some tea, some trending on X lately. This clip right here is Dull & First One. They were doing a Bonchon live, and Bonchon is a fried chicken brand, if no one knows. They started this thing of Juke Guy, which is like chicken kiss. So if people are familiar, the fans like to do kisses in different versions. They're like starfish kiss, cheek kiss, dog kiss, cat kiss, whatever. They have so many different types. So on this live, they were joking about doing a chicken kiss. So you can see Phil doing it here. And he was the first one who did that. And then, of course, the fans...
Wait, Beth, 1 second. I am thinking, let me double check. And can you say something real quick?
Yes. Hello.
Okay, you're fine. Keep going.
All right. So then the fans, of course, started doing this with other artists too. And other artists are very confused. And they're all kind of like, what is this? What am I doing? So, Songbird, if you could scroll to the next one.
Okay, all right. We're moving on.
So this shows what happened was Namdan, one of the GMMTV artists, she is famous for doing silly things and doing memes, and she did her own version. And so then everybody saw her version, especially a lot of the GMMTV artists. There she is. And so they started doing her version. So now everyone knows Namdan's Juke Guy version, and everyone's copying it. Got a little head nod there, and it's just really funny. So that was trending today. All right.
That's pretty cute.
It is cute. I enjoy that it started with the first one and now has gone to the whole industry. It's fun. So yes, we have Titi 4 from Doing With You, which just started their new series. In this video here, they have turned off Bluetooth. So if anyone doesn't follow them, they are super cute and pretty young. Titi is 20, I believe, and I think 4 is 22, something like that. And so far in fan meetings and everything, they don't really touch or have physical contact in public. They had this joke where it's Bluetooth. So if anybody would put their arm over the shoulder, there would be space there. If they tried to hold hands, they would do like this and wouldn't touch. And so for the premiere event for Doing With You, you can see here, they actually held hands and they turned off Bluetooth. And so their fans were freaking out. That was a fun thing that happened.
Very, very cute.
Cute. All right, next. Okay, so this one, this is the CEO of Doom and D. He spoiled something himself, and so He spoiled that for anyone who knows, there's supposed to be a sitcom that Dumandi is doing, hopefully with all of its actors. I have no idea how they're going to do that because how are they going to get all these actors' schedules together? However, he spoiled in an interview that 131 is going to be working on it with them. So that's exciting. 131 is a pretty big channel in Thailand. And so he was like, oh yeah, I just had a meeting with 131. And then he was like, oop, should I have said that? Well, it's fine. Okay.
Oh, man. All right. Well, that's good to know. We got a little tea from the CEO of the Mandi.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
this one's big, right?
Yes, this is another Dumandi tea. This is more news, but Mr. Fanboy, the upcoming series with Uu Save and James Su, which we have not seen James acting in a while. He was in a Chinese series, but not a lot of people have seen that one. So everyone's excited for him to be on screen again. And so they're doing their worship ceremony, which if you don't know a little bit of Thai culture, they always do a worship ceremony before series happen. And so it's something where fans can come and watch, but it's for the cast. And then they have somebody who oversees the ceremony and basically blesses the series and hopes it, does well and things like that. So they're doing that before they start filming, which is so exciting. So yay.
Yeah. And that's typically when it's done is like on the launch, right? Before filming starts to bless.
Exactly. So they've done their workshops, they've done all their behind the scenes stuff, and now they do the worship ceremony and then they start filming. So
I think we were excited about that one, right? We were talking about it. That was one of the ones that, yes. Awesome. Yes. All right. Next. Oh, yeah. Okay. I see you.
Yes, so next we are on to some news. Change 2561, which is the company that has Poo Pavel. They did Pit Babe. They did Goddess Bless You from Death. They had their lineup. So this is a series that's coming out, The Grim Lover with Poo Pavel. Poo seems like he's going to be like super serious and dramatic and like very in charge in this one, which will be a step away from the other characters he's played so far. So I'm excited for that one.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, he came walking up that wall, I guess essentially of that building, looking all kinds of
right. Yeah, this pilot had a lot of like supernatural elements to it. It was very interesting.
Right. And he was like, You're not getting to die yet, essentially.
Yeah. Like it's not your
so
time.
So sorry. That part was pretty great.
Yes.
And then
all right, and so then they have this one is Harmony Secret. It's Luke, Me, and Sonia. It's a GL. I'm unfamiliar with this pair a little bit, but I know that they did, this is called Hometown Romance. Luke, Me, and Sonia did Harmony Secret in the past. As far as I know, I think they're new to Change. I don't think they were with Change before. And so it'll be fun for people who are their fans to see them do something with Change this time.
Right. It's going to be super fun.
Yeah.
We have other people interested in the Poo Pavel BL too. Obviously.
Yes. I think it's going to be
100. All right. So yeah, I saw the preview for this one. I was watching it a little bit live. It was later. I woke up and it was kind of in the middle of it all. And I saw most of it, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, which is why I was like, oh, okay, you guys are doing yours a little later in the evening. But yeah, so this one looks kind of entertaining.
Definitely.
Yeah, I don't know. The preview, our farm girl was too lovely for a farm girl, so I'm hoping that they like dirty up her skin a little bit and stuff like that.
Rough her up a little. Yes.
But other than that, no, it was super cute. Okay, the next one was the one that looked kind of fun to me.
Yes. So this one is the Crow Club, which has 4 pairs in it. It has Sila Pon, it has Milk and New Year, which I'm really excited about. So we saw Milk as kind of the villain character in Pit Babe 2, and he was also in War of Y in the third story, potentially. I don't remember exactly. It was the one where they were all the idols in the house and they were doing like an idol competition thing. So I've loved Milk's acting in Pit Babe 2. I thought he was so good. And then he's paired with New Year. New Year was in Addicted Heroin, the Thai remake, which I did not actually see. And then Hit Bite Love, which was an adventure if anyone decided to watch it. But I'm excited to see. I think New Year was good in both of those. They're pretty decent. He's still pretty young. I think he's like 19. So I think him and
Oh, is that the younger one?
What'd you say?
He's the younger one?
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure Milk is older. I didn't check Milk's age, but he seems older.
There was one, sorry, you don't know context. In Addicted Heroin, the Thai version of Addicted, if anybody's wondering, one of the main actors, and it might have been New Year, was like 16 at the time, and the other actor was like 25 at the time, and it was kind of scandalous for a lot of international audience members. And so, but New Year happened to be the more experienced actor of the two because he was a child actor. So his list was like a mile long. If it's the same actor.
I'm not sure if New Year was, but it sounds like it's maybe because he's still pretty young now. So I know that show was a few years ago, I think. So it's very possible that he was the one, but I'm not sure if he was the main.
DeLorean says Mac was the younger one in Addicted Heroin.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Okay. So New Year was the older one, which means New Year. Are we sure on New Year's age then? I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter too much. It's the fact that he was addicted heroin. Now he's going to be in the Crow Club. That's the big deal at the end of the day,
Milk,
right?
Yeah, exactly. Yes, Mac is with GMM now. We love Mac. He has a new pair too. I forget his pair's name, but okay. So yes, so Silent Pond, Milk, New Year. We have Otto was just in Goddess. He played King with BJ. BJ is a new actor to change. I don't know him. So we'll see. I'm sad that Otto and Lee didn't happen. I was definitely on the Otto Lee ship, but it's fine. And then it has Pop and Title. Pop finally has a partner. If anyone knows, Pop was winner in Pit Babe, has not had a partner for the longest time since he joined Change. And I love Title. We were just talking last week about how we are so excited that Title is getting work again. So Title is now under Change and will be with Pop. And I think I really like Title's acting. So I feel like him and Pop are going to be really good. I'm excited for them. So this one's going to be interesting because it's got 4 couples in it. So I'm not sure if they're going to do like a 6 episode sort kind of thing, or if it's going to be like all a mishmash of whatever. We'll see what happens.
Could go any direction.
Right? Okay.
All right. Let's see. What else have we got here? Oh, there's so much from Change.
There is. I mean, this is just, quick update, but they're doing, so this is Class Crush Crisis. It's all the new Change boys. So I didn't watch the preview, but it's another high school drama with all the new boys. So there you go.
There you go. That's more or less what you can take from that too. I did watch the preview. It had kind of a classic high school vibe to it. Not a whole lot exciting for me anyways. I'm sure it'll be adorable, and just we do need those stories.
Yes.
Even though we're like much older, we have to remember that there's a much younger audience also watching. And they should be watching those stories and not what we watch at the end of the day. Okay.
This is another GL. This is called Chasing Love. I am unfamiliar with these actresses. I don't know if they've been in anything else, but the pilot looked interesting. I think one of them is a scientist. I forget exactly what happens in this, but yeah, I was like, okay, cool, new fun ladies.
Okay, very cool. I did not watch that pilot. I do not know. Gosh, there's lots of girls. A lot of girls love. Okay.
Yeah, so they've got 3 BLs and 3 GLs essentially. This one's called I Want to Be Soupstar or like Superstar.
Oh man. They missed the A. That's okay.
Benz is in it from Garfield and Benz. They're no longer working together, but
Okay.
he is a side character. He was in the pilot. And then Belle is the second name person in this pairing, and she was in This Love Doesn't Have Long Beans. If we remember, she was the love interest of Zylob's character. So it's cool to see her in a GL now with them. So hooray.
Absolutely. Awesome. So changes on the roll. You know what? I'm trying to imagine us doing when the GMMTV lineup comes up and what we're
Oh, we'd have
that
to
might
pick.
be the whole show.
We wouldn't be able to list them all. We'd have to pick a few that we enjoyed.
Right. Okay. Let's see. Is it going to come up? Not really. Kind of.
So this guy is Billy and Babe are leaving Idol Factory. Their contract is up and they are done. Also, Hang and did you say it was Nam, I think, Songbird?
Oh, yeah, I think that's her
Her nickname.
her nickname.
Yeah,
They did
so
not list their names on the
we've got some
announcement.
people. Yeah, we've got some people leaving Idol Factory. I'm very curious to see where Billy and Babe go. Is GMMTV going to pick them up? Are they going to be independent for a while?
The Babe created his own entertainment company and announced it almost immediately. I think Billy created one too. I don't know why they just didn't create one together, but maybe they're going the way of PP, Crit, and Bilkin, who also have each of their own entertainment companies, but still do things together.
Oh yeah, that would be interesting. Maybe they both have different stuff they want to produce, and then like they'll still do stuff together. That'll be cool. So I guess they're kind of going the way of Fort from Me Mind Why. He left Me Mind Why and started his own entertainment company. So we'll see what happens with those two.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And
I jumped the gun. I'm so sorry.
oh, it's okay. Do you you can talk about this one, but Nanon and Chris did an MV, and Jung from Jung Dunk wrote the song, which is wild to me and awesome.
Yeah, that was the main point really, was that it was Chris, from Chris Instincto, from Sodas, if you guys don't remember, and then Nanon from, oh gosh, she's done lots of things, but the one in the BL world would be Bad Buddy. And then obviously you mentioned Jung,
yes,
which was, I think, the coolest part. I think this is the coolest part, that he wrote the song. I was like, what?
Yeah,
because he loves writing fan fiction. So
I know.
let's make it legit. So super cool.
Yeah.
And actually, guys, go check the song out. It's really quite catchy. Like, what is this? But it's quite catchy.
And it's fun because somebody did an edit of Jung and Dunk like being together and talking about, oh, it's friend zoning, right? And Jung reposted and was like, yeah.
Oh my goodness, of course he did.
So, as Jung does, he's wild online. He's just doing whatever he wants, but it was great. I'm just glad that more GMMTV artists are getting to write songs, because like Gemini wrote his own song, Dewey wrote a song for Lycan, and I think is working on another song potentially. And then Jung has now written for Nanon and Chris. So I'm excited to see like who else is coming up, who else is going to write a song.
Absolutely.
All right, and then this was our last little bit of tea for today. Unfortunately, the big birthday events that are held by fan bases at GMMTV will no longer be a thing. New from Tay New was talking about it at his birthday event, and there's been a lot of other fan clubs posting official statements saying that they will not be holding their birthday events. There are rumors about why this is happening. Nothing's confirmed, but people are talking about how since these fan clubs put on these events through donations, some fan clubs have been caught embezzling money, taking money from the fans, using the funds in incorrect ways. At least this seems to be the current rumor on X about why this is happening. I didn't really see any other theories that anybody had, but that's what people, so it doesn't mean it's true, but that is what people are circulating, that potentially it's because of money. So I guess we'll see what happens. I mean, maybe the actors will start hosting their own birthday events. Who knows? But it's a little sad. It's also interesting because I always assumed that GMMTV hosted those birthday events.
Oh, yeah, no.
I didn't know that the fans put them on entirely themselves. So that was interesting. Because I think Do Mundi hosts it for their artists. As far as I know, I don't think the fans host those. Or at least Do Mundi announces them. Maybe the fans do host them and Do Mundi is just like saying, hey, this is the official event. But I don't know. So that'll be sad for people who enjoyed going to those events. But
Absolutely.
oh well.
Yeah, there's been lots of announcements. Here's one from Dunk, but like there's been announcements from quite a few fan clubs already saying that their events are canceled for the year. And well, I think it kind of makes sense that that is the way it is heading in general.
That's
Things are
just
getting bigger, it's not like it used to be at the end of the day. I think that's probably a big part of it.
yeah, and I think especially with the money thing, it's just probably I think as the fan clubs get bigger, as the artists get more popular, it's tough to make sure the money is handled properly, and things like that. So I think it's probably just tough and out of concern for everyone involved. People are just like, nope, no more.
Absolutely. Oh, all right. So there was a lot of tea. Lots
There was a
happening
lot of
this
tea.
week. Lots happening this week in the world of BL. And I guess with that, we should move on to the main, the juicy bit, and that is what's coming up in
Yes.
this next week. What new series are happening? One that I know everybody is absolutely excited about. I was really sarcasm, by the way, everybody. I've seen so much like whys online. Is Tide of Love season 2. Tide of Love season 2 is coming to us, as far as I'm aware, on Wednesday, February 4th. It is from Korea. It is going to be on Gaga Ulala in select countries. I have not seen other platforms yet. Perhaps it will be on YouTube again. I am not sure. And it is the continuation of the first season of Tide of Love. And yes, it's come out almost right on top of it, which makes me think that perhaps it was all filmed together. That might be helpful in general for continuity and things like that. Perhaps if season 1 was left on an extreme cliffhanger and everybody was unsatisfied and that's part of the issue, maybe season 2 will help. Who knows?
Yeah,
I did not watch season 1, so I can't tell you.
I got through a few episodes and I said, this is not for me. However, if anyone has watched it here, please enlighten us and tell us if season 1 ended well.
That's true. Okay, and that's kind of amazing that you didn't make it through either.
I know.
But yeah,
I normally try to finish everything I start. I really do, but that was one where I couldn't get behind the concept. I couldn't get behind the acting. I couldn't. There were just things.
Okay. That is fair.
I heard, DeLorean says, I heard that season 2 is better produced. That would be interesting if there's more money involved, okay? And Osil says it will at least be on iQIYI in Korea. Oh, that's interesting. I'm shocked that, I'm sure that they worked hard. I'm just shocked of all things that got on iQIYI, but who knows?
I think season 1 was on iQIYI too. That's where people could access it in the US. Or on YouTube, maybe, like both places. I only watched one episode. I may try to go back if it turns out that season 2 is actually better. Okay.
Maybe I might just start watching season 2, and if I like it enough, then I'll go back and finish season 1. How about that?
Do I even bother? That's the real question. I do not know. We will find out, I suppose, at the end of the day what I just. Okay, anyways, the next one coming out is a Laundry Romance. It is starting on Thursday, February 5th. It is another one from Korea. By the way, the last season of Tide of Love was those short 10-minute episodes. And Laundry Romance is also the short 10-minute episodes, 5-10-minute episodes. But they are both vertical series and not horizontal, they're not real series, which is why they're on here. It is on the True Film YouTube channel. And the teaser was actually kind of cute, I have to say. It makes it seem like it's about 2 boys who meet at a laundromat. Laundry romance, it kind of makes sense. That's about 2 boys that meet at a laundromat, and then they become boss and subordinate later. Now, I'm not sure how much later. Was
Okay.
it like meet in college at a laundromat and then as adults you're re-meeting somebody or what? I'm not entirely positive. The teaser was unclear, but
Okay.
it's kind of a cute premise overall.
I love that. If anyone has seen Minato's Laundromat from Japan, I love that
So
show so much. So when you said laundromat, I was like thinking of that. I was like, oh, that show was so good.
that show was good. That was about an age gap. That one was, if I remember right.
Yes, there was a large age gap, and that was the big contention for the pair for a while.
Absolutely, as it should be. At the end of the day, season 1 of Tide of Love did not end on a cliffhanger. Oh,
Okay.
I am so
Okay.
sorry. All right, all right. Okay, the next one that's starting, people are kind of excited about this one, is Love After Addiction. It's going to be beginning this Friday, February 6th, and it's going to be airing 4 episodes over the weekend. So 2 on Friday, 2 on Saturday to get started with a bang, if you will. I guess we have to be prepared for that to happen. I feel like that happens with shows from China. And then I'm overwhelmed and I'm like, I can't catch up. There's too many. Okay, but this one only has 12 total episodes, as far as I'm aware. That's what I've read. It is going to be on Gaga Ulala, and I saw YouTube behind a paywall, which is cool. And honestly, the teaser was a little bit confusing. But like the summary says, it's about an actor who hits rock bottom and joins a reality show where he meets someone from his past.
Okay.
Like the preview made it seem a little toxic, but I'm not sure. China does like their toxicity. It's been a standing trend for like the last half of the year, not almost. Every series has toxic tropes coming out of China, and not just the ones in Mandarin. The series that are like produced in Thai, but were from China, are
Mm-hmm.
also super toxic. They're all toxic. Like The Love Never Sets, that was a novel from China that they turned into a Thai series. But
Okay.
and the production team was partially Chinese too. Like if you were reading the end credits, like half of them were all Chinese names, which was kind of interesting. Anyway, that was an aside. The point is, it's going to be a fun weekend, and apparently the side couple from Addicted, the original Addicted from back in the day, like 2016, I think, the one that never finished, is the main couple in this series. So
Oh,
everybody's really, really excited about that.
so does that mean that they're like actually going for it in this one? Because I know that Addicted was censored.
I'm assuming this is going to be full BL. Yeah,
Okay.
that'll be interesting to see how that goes at the end of the day.
Yeah. That'll definitely be interesting for that pair. I still have to go back and watch Addicted. I tend to not watch censored productions, but people are like, you have to watch this one. It's so good. So it's on my list. I need to watch it.
Yeah, I haven't watched it either, but not so much because of the censor factor, the fact that they literally took it off the air halfway through.
Yeah,
And
that's also
so we only have half the story, which that's not my favorite. Like I want the other half of the story. What is this? I guess you could then go watch Addicted Heroin, which is the same story if you
true.
wanted to.
That's true.
There's another one from China that's the same story, but right now the name eludes me. But it aired a couple years ago. Okay, the final show coming out next week is on Sunday, February 8th. It's called Hello Love, and it is from Cambodia. It will be on the CORNEX YouTube channel or station YouTube channel, CornX station YouTube channel. And according to the description on the trailer, it's about a group of students who are assigned a tourist mission. Essentially, how do you get the local population reinterested in rice farming and tourism? So I think it's going to be one of those series that's like heavily showing the country off from a tourist angle, probably. Like we've seen a few of those coming out of Cambodia, actually.
Cool.
I think they're using it to promote tourism. Actually, Thailand has those series now too that are like sponsored by the government
They
and
do that.
heavily like touristy, and you see the little government symbol on the BL series. So yeah, that's one of those. This is one of those. It should be fun. Maybe like the preview I haven't watched yet for that particular show. Yeah. Anything from fun in the comments? Stay with me. There you go.
Yes, that is Stay With Me. I was like, okay, I remember that title now.
And they also didn't finish that one either. But
Yes,
it's because okay, so at the time, at least from what I understand, like my friend is kind of heavily into paying attention to all things coming out of China. And so for a while, the law was that series couldn't be over a certain number of episodes. And so if you had a longer series that was, say, like 48 episodes, you had to split it into two parts. So I think that was originally what was supposed to happen with this, but instead they turned the second part into a voice drama. I think it was on the radio or something. It was not an actual either that or a play. I don't remember, but they did it not in series format. So for all of us wanting to see it, there was like, well, it was a letdown. Yeah, it was super sad. All right. So yeah, now we're going to talk about whether or not some of these series that started last week are worth watching in real time, or if you should binge them. That's the question at the end of the day, right? Or should you bother at all, really?
Yes.
I mean,
also says, oh, just to add, the part of Addicted that aired was not censored. Oh, so they had like kisses and stuff in the part that was aired of Addicted? I don't know because I haven't seen it.
The censored part probably was the fact that they took it off the air.
Maybe that might be right. I mean, I did watch The Untamed, which is censored.
That is actually censored.
The Untamed is so good, though.
It is, but now talk about, see, that's one of those long shows, right? That's like 80 episodes.
Oh my God. Well, I watched it during COVID because, when else would you have time to binge watch like 60 episodes?
Between 60 and 80, somewhere in there. It was a lot.
Yeah, it was a ton. It was a lot. Okay, anyways, so back to, what came out this week? So my babies, my favorites, DD4, Duong With You came out. It is airing on Saturdays. It is from Thailand. It is on iQIYI. They did air one episode that's the cut version on YouTube. And it looks like from their airing schedule that it will be available on YouTube after episode 1 in some countries, but most likely not the US. We usually for D&D, we have to watch it on iQIYI. So it's just, I mean, I didn't know what to expect. I was like, okay, it's going to be a cute college drama. I love them anyways, so I'm probably going to be biased. But literally, it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. And I don't know if it's just because I enjoy them as people and I know them like outside of this series. And so what they're doing is funny to me. But like the chemistry, so there's basically two friend groups. Duong, who's played by Titi, it has him, it's like him and two friends. And then Chin, played by Por, has two friends. And so the Duong friend group is hilarious. They're so funny, and like comedic timing can be difficult. And they're all like new actors, and they did it so well. I mean, of course the editing has a part to do with it as well, but just like I was out loud laughing the entire episode. That's funny. And their chemistry was so cute. Even in the first episode, I was like, there were so many good moments, and just the editing and the cinematography, I really, really enjoyed it. And what I liked was I was worried that it was going to be too similar to Your Sky because it's the same director, same production company. But I felt like Claw's the director. I felt like he really created a different world. Like there's a slightly different filter on the color grading. It seems like almost slightly more of like a sepia tone, just a little bit. And then it's like the way it's edited is way funnier than Your Sky. It just has a different mood. Your Sky was like more, I don't know, soft, and it's hard to describe, but I was glad that I felt like they're two different tones. So, yes, everyone should go watch it. Watch it now.
Actually, yeah, it was a cute start. I did not find myself giggling on the couch. I don't know, or maybe because it was so early in the morning when I watched it. But no, still, it was really cute. It was a fun start, and yeah, I don't know though about watching it in real time. It might be hard to wait if you haven't started it yet. This one might be fun to watch as a continuous story binged.
Hmm. You know, I cannot wait. So I'm gonna have to watch it every week. But I will say that for me, like it's one where I could rewatch the episode immediately. There are some series where I watch the episode and I'm like, I need to rewatch this. Like Only Friends, I rewatched every episode. And so I think for me, this is gonna be a rewatch one. And so
Okay.
I mean, binging could be fun. I don't know. I guess it depends.
Let's
I
see.
mean, you could wait and binge it if you wanted. I don't know. I think
Wait, we have, I guess,
this is one where we might disagree, Songbird.
I'll be watching it week to week anyway, but like if I weren't reacting to things and talking about things online, maybe I would binge it later. But I saw some stuff a little bit more about Addicted. Same author who wrote Addicted also wrote the book for Revenge Love.
Oh, good to know.
Um,
Okay. Yeah, I did. I
yeah.
liked a lot of Revenge Love until it got to about the last 4 episodes, but that's good to know that it's gonna like be the same vibe. Um, and then
For
Doing with You.
also the theme for episode one wasn't their cup of tea, but they liked the main character.
Yeah. Yep, because Titi and Poor were from Your Sky. Yes. Also, well, I guess I can't spoil. Let's just say there are some guests in episode 1 that you might recognize from a
Oh,
different
nice.
company.
Very nice.
When they showed up, I was like, oh my gosh, I was so excited to see them for 2
Oh,
seconds.
you know what? Yeah, no, I do remember this now. Yes, 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 yes.
I was very
Yes.
surprised. And I've heard that there are other guests in the industry that will pop up as we go. So I'm excited to see who they will be.
Very, very cool. All right, so the next series that started is The Boy Next World, the Japanese version of it. It's airing on Sundays. It's on Gaga Ooh La La, like all of the Japanese series. There's like if you want a recently airing one or one that's currently airing, you basically go to Gaga. So if you love JBL, that is your platform. I know that like they don't have a lot of else on there. I've heard like conversations about that this week online about should you have Gaga? Well, if you like Japanese series and you want to support them legally, then yeah, you like Gaga Ooh La La at the end
Yes.
of the day. Anyway, college, romance, fantasy, just like the Thai version, all of the honestly, some of it was a little clearer from the start though. They made some of the story elements from uh the Thai version that we figured out a little bit later clear in episode 1, I thought, which was interesting. Maybe the storytelling's a little tighter. And so Sarah is one of the main characters in this one, and he gets into an accident one day, and when he wakes up, he claims that Fu is his boyfriend in a parallel universe. He just goes up to him and like claims him essentially. So that's the same premise.
Yes.
And yeah, I don't know. For me, I think I'm going to binge it later. This one I'm actually going to binge later, but I think I might give it a try because so far I haven't really been that invested in these Japanese remakes of the Me Mind Why series. But for this one, I'm like, well, I'm curious to see with the tighter storytelling that happened in episode 1, if some other things become more clear as well that I was a little bit confused about. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think that there was definitely some storytelling because I'm trying to pretend like I haven't seen it before. So I'm like, okay, what would I think if I was watching this? And I definitely think there were some things that were more clear.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that I enjoy what was really interesting to me. So when I watched Love in the Air, the Japanese adaptation? Because as far as I know, these are the
Mhm.
two same actors who played Boss and Noel in Love in the Air, correct?
I think so. I
Yeah.
think they use
So
the same too.
yeah,
Yeah.
so Love in the Air, I actually didn't really like these two. I don't know. I didn't like their characters. I didn't really like what was going on. And I mean, I also didn't really like those characters in Love in the Air in Thailand either. But when I watched the
Hmm.
Japanese version, I was like, meh. But for me, I felt like watching this version, they totally changed their characters. And
Hmm.
to me, that was really interesting. I really enjoyed their portrayals in this one. And what was cool too was, I mean, nothing against Boss and Noel's acting, but when I watched them in Love in the Air and then I watched them in The Boy Next World, I felt like they were playing the same characters. And that might not be on them. That could be on acting coaches. That could be on, you know, the director, whoever. But when I was watching these two, I felt like they were totally different from their Love in the Air characters. So I don't know. That
Hmm.
really intrigued me. And I was like, wait, I actually might enjoy watching this. So I'm gonna keep going. I think if I can't catch up every week, I probably won't mind. Like, I don't mind binging it later, but I might try to
Hmm.
keep up with this one just because, yeah, I was really intrigued by the way they played the characters. And I was like, oh, actually, like, they're kind of charming.
Yeah, they changed it this time. Like I watched episode one of Love Sea and I was totally completely turned off because
Mhm.
it was like, and they even look similar
Love
to,
Sea was like watching the same exact series. Nothing
yeah.
was changed. And so it was fine. But for me, I was like, I don't want to watch the same exact thing again. Like, can you change some things?
It's like, can you reinterpret your character maybe? I don't know. Like all they
Yeah.
are is lines, you can like add your own flair to it. Why do you have to almost look similar to those two actors and act almost the same way? That's why
Yeah.
I love watching different. I actually really do enjoy watching different productions of things because of the
Mhm.
actors' interpretations of the characters. And when there's no change in interpretation, then it becomes boring.
It's tough. Yeah, exactly. So for anyone who, you know, even if you didn't enjoy The Boy Next World Thailand, I would give this one a chance because I think that they're interpreting the characters a little differently and it seems like storytelling
Mhm.
might be slightly different as well. And so even the character who was played by Fourth in Boy Next World, the one with like Fourth and Donut, even
Mhm.
he's totally interpreting his character different than Fourth did. So it's interesting. I would give it a chance.
Absolutely.
Okay, and then the last one. Oh, I just saw Katie come in. You said I watched Doing with You. It seems fluffy. I definitely think it's gonna be fluffy. I do hear that there is some angst later on, but I think in general it's
Oh,
probably gonna be fluffy. It's gonna be like a fluffy fun show.
and then we
um,
have also saying that Boy Next World is more lighthearted in their opinion than the Thai version, which
I
is
could see that.
interesting.
I could see that. Um, yeah. So the next and last episode one that happened was My Romance Scammer. This one is with Junior and Mark from GMMTV and Ompoon from GMMTV. It's airing on Sundays from Thailand. It's on WeTV, or for us in America, it's called 10 Cent Video. And it's gonna be a comedy. It's got some romance. Basically, Junior's character and Ohm's characters are both scammers trying to get money out of people, and so
Yep.
they try to marry Mark and Poon essentially, and this all happens in within episode one.
It does. So what's the rest of the story about? We will find out.
We will find out. I'm assuming it's just about like how they navigate their feelings and how they find out eventually that they're getting scammed and who knows what else. But I will say that I was really pleasantly surprised. I felt like, in general, I feel like, so this was directed by New, who, if anyone
Yeah.
knows, he did like We Are and Perfect Ten-Liners, and you know, he directed stuff for Wabi Sabi, so he did like Absolute Zero and Until We Meet Again, etc. I feel like a lot of his shows for GMMTV have similar vibes, but for me, this one has a different vibe. I don't know. I didn't clock it immediately as like oh, this is a new series. Like this is a series directed by him. It felt like, I don't know, I can't describe it. Maybe a little more grounded, maybe a little more serious, even though it's a comedy. Like it just had a different feel to it, and I really liked it. I thought that It was really funny. It was really witty. I feel like Junior and Mark's chemistry and their acting has improved even from Perfect 10-liners, and they were already really good. And then I feel like Ohm and Poon are just adorable. I like them a lot. I like their chemistry. And I like seeing Ohm have crazy expressions for once. He always has to play the cold, dark, serious character. And he's actually like being silly and laughing and being like, oh my gosh, and like having big reactions. And I love it. I would highly recommend.
I was super startled. Well, I don't know if startled is the right word, because we know Junior is just kind of this really, he's a nuanced actor, and I'm not entirely sure how he pulled it off. But I knew, like, it was obvious that he was what he was from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think if you went in not knowing that he was that, you would still be able to tell via how he was acting. It was like, it was too perfect. It was too set up. He was too nice. I don't know. There's something about it. Like something in his posture, something in his. They're like, is he actually an architect? I don't know if he's even an architect at the end of the day. Did he set all that up?
I have no clue. Are all of these interviews fake? Is the website fake? Like,
right. Anyway, I thought he did a really cool, nuanced job on this interesting character. Yeah, that got me, and Poon got me hardcore. Oh my goodness. He pulls off that puppy dog look like I don't even know.
So good.
What was that anyway?
I don't know. It's just like the four of them have such distinct characters in life and in this show. And so it's really cool to see them all come together like this. And I really loved Mark's acting in this part. Mm-hmm. He's like this confident, like son of multi-billion-dollar company family or whatever. And it's just like, he's just so cool and collected. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, I loved it. I was like, yes, I believe
father figure, right? Like he's the guardian.
Basically,
guardian.
Yeah.
And then you, I remember you, the character Ohm played. I remember his name for some reason. I'm like, well, he must have done a good job. Anyway, he is dumb.
You think?
Yeah, anyways, I think all of what we've said doesn't really give you spoilers. And I hope you guys all watch it. I don't know, I'm going to watch this one in real time. I think it's just going to be fun to blow up with everybody online about it, as things go south, as they inevitably will.
Yes, and I feel like this one is going to be one where if you waited to binge it, you might get spoiled like too much online, because I think that there's probably going to be reveals and things like secrets happening where you might not want to wait to have those reveals happen. Let's see what people said. I liked the premise, especially the event involving the second. Yes, I agree. I was excited, and it was funny how Ohm ended up with Poon in this. Yes. He's not a scammer. He's just an opportunist. Well.
I mean, that is the truth in a way, because he looked up the. Anyway, you guys have to watch it, but yeah, that is true.
Yes, he was styled exceptionally well in this one. Yeah, Junior. Yes, I agree. Junior and Mark had really nice costumes in this one. I watched the episode without knowing anything beforehand, and I was fooled by Junior. Ooh, okay.
Oh man, okay.
Was fooled by the nice man act. Yeah, I guess they kind of give it away in the title, right? My romance scammer, like
they do. Like I feel like that's why we can talk about it, because the title kind of gives it away.
Yeah, exactly. So, oh my gosh. I forgot about my romance scammer. That's okay. You can catch up. It'll be a good one.
Yes.
All right. So now we talked about all the episode 1s that happened. Let's talk about the series that ended, the finales. Should you watch them? Should you not watch them? We've got all of our thoughts.
We do, and feel free to share yours. We will be scanning them and giving people ideas. If lots of people say it's worth watching, then obviously, it's higher recommendation at the end of the day.
Yes.
So,
And this section is no spoilers yet. This is for no spoilers because just in case somebody hasn't watched it, we'll do our spoiler section at the end.
Absolutely. And our main spoiler section part at the end will be Goddess Bless You from Death, which is the first series that we're talking about that ended. Goddess Bless You from Death is from Thailand. It is available on, oh man, let me catch up with my ITE. There are actually 13 episodes, so it's a little longer because those episodes are all 1 hour. So that's 13 hours for you to watch, 13 hours of a horror film for you. So if you like extra long horror binge watches, then this one is for you because heavy on the horror.
Yes.
I like to compare it to Kamjira. Kamjira has some horror elements. There's like a few episodes of them. Goddess Bless You from Death has horror elements in every episode.
Yes.
Yeah. It's also a police procedural. It's supernatural. And obviously, there is a side romance. I would say that this series, the main story is not romance, though. The romance is a side plot. The main story is police procedural at the end of the day. It may or may not give you nightmares.
Very true. I feel like, yeah.
I would recommend watching it in the morning.
Yeah, she's tough. They did the horror elements extremely well in the series. I think that it stands right up there, like, with really crazy horror movies in the US, honestly. Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe not as bad as like The Conjuring. I don't know, that one just sticks out to me in my head, but like, it's still bad. Like for me, this one has some elements that really make me squeamish, where I was like covering the camera. I couldn't cover the screen. I couldn't watch it. So I applaud them for I applaud them for that.
In all reality, I don't actually know that I would binge watch it. This might be a series where you like watch an episode a day. Yeah. Unless you love horror. I mean, if you love horror to the point where it's no longer like squeamish, it's more funny. Like some people watch horror and they start laughing. You know, they've seen so much of it. If you're that person, then this is like probably going to be the perfect binge watch.
Exactly.
Like, the storyline is actually really fabulously put together. And other than like a little bit at the end that I was like, I wish for more slightly in the like final montages. I thought that they did a great job on like the crime part, on the storytelling, putting it all together. They had some really classic horror elements in there too that the kind that make you angry. So yeah, that's my push for it. What about you? Think it's worth watching, binging episode a day?
Yeah. I mean, if you can handle binging it, go ahead. But you know, it's a lot. I really agree that the storyline and the plot were really, really well done, really well laid out. The cinematography was great. I never questioned any of the horror elements. Like I never said, "Oh, that looked fake," or "Oh, that wasn't like done well." Like I fully believed all of it. And I think that Pavel and Pooh's acting improved a lot. I think that they found moments that were really good. I also really liked Otto, who played King, because he's new and he's younger. He's younger than Pavel and Pooh, I think. Like Otto's like a baby. He looks like he's like 28, right? But I think he's actually
like man in his 30s even. Like
I think he's like 20 or 21 if I'm not mistaken.
What?
He's like
that guy carries himself well. Oh my god.
He does. He's an actual baby. And so I was like, I was just really, really proud of him. I felt like, you know, he's a baby and he was so good in it. And so, I think everyone did really, really well. I would definitely recommend. Otto's 23. Okay, not as much of a baby as I thought, but still a baby comparatively.
I like horror, but I am a wuss.
Yes.
Well, probably
you might not be able to handle that one.
Or watch it with somebody maybe, because the romance is on the side enough that like I think somebody would watch it, you know, find it easy to consume in general.
Right. So wait, DeLorean, how old is Lee then? Because I know that Otto calls Lee P, which means he's older. I always thought that Lee was like young, but is Lee like 24 then or 25? I'm curious if you know.
All right. So
onwards to So this is one that I have not watched. Songbird, did you watch this one?
I don't. It is Monomax is that landlocked Thai company. So all we
Ah,
can
okay.
do, and unless you see it, like I saw on MDL that people were watching it. So I had like you were more likely to see it than me because you use the websites for that, and only do the legal streaming platforms. So because of that, I was like, if somebody had seen it, it would be you, not me.
Yes. Okay. Oh, Dorian, thank you. Okay, so he's 1 year older. Got it. I don't know. For some reason, Lee is forever going to be 20 years old to me, but he's 24 now. It's crazy. Okay. Anyways, so this series was called The Fridge. It was from Thailand. It's on Monomax, which Songbird says is landlocked. It was 14 episodes. And it is a thriller fantasy and has some queer elements. So this one, it was unclear if there was actual BL. From what we can tell, there's maybe not necessarily romance, but it does involve queer things, which is why it's been added. I think a lot of people thought it was a BL because it was on a lot of like
Well,
BL coming up lists that I saw, but
it's based on a BL novel. The
so
novel
that,
is, yeah, the novel is definitely BL. So that's why it was on all the lists.
well, there we go. Apparently, a secondhand refrigerator connects two men across time. So maybe eventually it'll be released internationally and we can all watch it. But I think Bright is in this one, right?
Yeah.
From GMMTV, who is now with GMMTV. But yeah, so we'll see. If anyone's watched it, let us know what you thought. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
It could be like we were just talking about Goddess and how the romance was a side plot. It could be something
Mm-hmm.
similar because this was thriller fantasy as the main plot. So it
Exact.
could be a queer side story of some sort. That
Got
wasn't the
it.
main. It's possible.
Yeah.
I don't know. We haven't seen it. And the thoughts are irregular, but I did see multiple comments saying that there were queer characters. So at least there's that.
Okay. Well, there you go. So it might be worth attempting to try to check out if you can.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
but yeah, so the last one did not technically end last week, but I wanted to give some notes on it since we were talking about Air Moment and no one had watched it. I watched it, and I will say it was very interesting. It's how do I describe it? It's kind of brilliant in a way. It really is, like the way that it's
Okay.
crafted and the message that it's giving. But you have to go into it knowing that you are not going to understand what's happening. Period. Like you just won't understand
Okay.
at all until maybe the
But
end.
somehow it still has a message.
Yes. And well, it's just like you have to go into it being like, I am going to think really, really hard about this. And I'm going to look at every single moment, every single symbol, and think about what are they referring to? What metaphors are they trying to say? What kind of
Okay.
symbols in life are they referring to? Like, is this the goddess of desire? Is this Adam? Is this Eve? Are they referring to hope? Are they referring to love? Like, just if you're gonna
Whoa.
go, if you want to go into it being like, what big picture things are they talking about? Do it. Like for example, a lot of the dialogue is like, the light at the end of the tunnel means hope, but it doesn't mean it's the end. And our love takes us to the stars, and it just there's a deep blackness inside of you. Like it's all of this weird symbolic, metaphorical speech, and it
Interesting.
is just very odd. It's very indie, very like like indie American show where you're like, okay, all
Mhm.
this means something, but what does it mean? And so by the end, I understood almost all of what was happening. There's still some questions I had where I was like, what exactly? But yeah, it's just it's interesting if you're into like really mental things like that and you want like a mental brain exercise of like I felt like I was in a
Mhm.
class where they were like, okay, look at this, watch this series and tell me about all the symbolism and what it means, kind of thing. So it's like if you're into that type of mental exercise, I think you could watch it and actually be like, whoa, what did I just watch? Or if you're not into that, I would stay away because you're literally gonna watch it and be like, what is happening?
All right, interesting. That might be a fun
So
summer series or something like that. to check out.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think this is probably about Goddess Bless You from Death. Yaritza is like, I watched with my husband, but he laughed at me. Um,
Oh no. Oh,
and then I have a place I can watch that must be about probably about the fridge. That's like the wink wink. I in shows like that, Monomax. I mean, the last one on Monomax is now on Gaga Ooh La La. It came out on Gaga like a month later, Mandate.
oh yeah. So then maybe we'll get the fridge eventually. We'll see. Maybe Gaga will pick it up.
Yeah, if it's clear enough, Gaga will pick it up. But yeah, Monomax, I tried to sign up for it one day with the VPN, and you have to have a Thai address. So it really
Oh,
is landlocked. It was like one of those where it's like the streaming company of like one of their local TV production like
I
company
see.
kinds of things. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's like unless you want to steal a Thai address from somebody who you know who lives in Thailand, you can't.
Yeah, pretty much that's the extent of that one. All right, so this we have officially reached the spoilers section of our evening. We're going to probably spend like maybe 15 minutes in spoilers today or so. I noticed that our shows are about like an hour 15. That seems to be the length there that we're going to be aiming for. So if you don't want spoilers, mainly about Goddess Bless You for Death, this is your signal. It was lovely
Yes.
chatting with you all. Yeah, if you're watching later, you can like pause it here, go binge Goddess, and then come back and finish it if you'd like.
Yeah, there you go. Go do that. Oh, I just want to say,
Anyway,
Asil says, based on the description, I really want to watch Air Moment. Yeah, see, it. If you're interested in that kind of thing, I would watch it because it really put me on a trip. I was like, wow, okay.
with a VPN, that's the one you can watch on View Thailand, VIU Thailand. And they do have English subtitles, and it does work with a VPN, and it is free.
Yes.
You just have to have a VPN set to Thailand. So that part's pretty cool. View Thailand is an easy one to use. Also, that's where you can find Cherry Magic Thailand if you
Yes.
missed that and want to go watch it. It also has English subtitles. It just
Cherry
happens.
Magic Thailand is so good.
It's so good. You just need a VPN. But yeah. Or there's other ways in, but that would be the legal way or legal-ish. I guess you're still using a VPN, but you're still getting it from the main platform, which is kind of cool. Okay.
Bye, Katie and Asil.
Lots of people didn't watch Goddess. That's okay. This will be for those who did. So, I thought we'd start off with something fun. The scariest scene. And why not? It was horror. Might as well do the scariest scene, the one that had you clutching your pearls. That scene. Which scene did that for you?
Well, okay. I mean, there were lots of scenes. Okay, bye, Yuri. Good night. There were lots of scenes. However, I just remember there's some scene in the hallway, I think of the hospital, with the ghost, and I think she like opens her mouth really wide or something.
Oh,
that
yeah.
one was really tough for me. I was like, besides all the ones where they were sewing the mouths shut, like I couldn't do any of those. Like I was like, no. But that one specifically, just that scene, like the way it was like grotesque and they like open, I don't know. That was a lot. I guess it's not necessarily scary, just like gruesome. Like I was like, this is gory and gruesome and I don't like it.
So in that final scene, I think I actually did get a little like I think I was like this. Not the final scene exactly, but the part where we weren't sure. Well, he had the like wire around. Oh,
Was it Pavel?
not Say, but Say was with who? The other forensic guy. Darren, yeah. He had the wire around Darren's neck, and how Darren survived that, I'm not sure, because he was like that for a while. So I was like, dude's dying. He's not gonna make it. And like, so I was like, he's dying and everybody else is like gonna die. And like the police aren't going to get there in time. We are royally. And so for a minute there, I thought, this was going to be a Shakespearean tragedy where everybody died.
Almost.
Yeah. It was like so close to that. And so yeah, that was probably the scariest scene for me. But there were a lot of like gruesome scenes. They did the ghost really well. The scene where who was it that was pulled under the pool water? That was
Lee.
creepy.
Lee.
Lee was pulled under the pool water. That was really creepy too. Yeah.
Well, his actual character name, I forget what his character name is, but Lee was the guy playing it.
OC and DeLorean, that was the one that got to them. The one where Lee's character saw the ghost in the pool, because up to
Yes.
that point, Boo's character was the only one to see the ghost. So the cop scene one came out of nowhere. Yeah, see that
That's
one.
so true. Yes. Speaking of that, I loved the moment when Say and Singha saw the ghost at the end. I was like,
Right?
yes, they have to see it at least once. You know what I mean? Like they have to see
Yeah.
it. And the fact that Singha did the prayer or the chant or spell or whatever it is to make
Oh
it go
man,
away was so cool. I was like,
that was cool.
oh, it was so epic and I loved it so much.
That part was very, very cool. Okay, yeah, and then okay, so I guess that leads in nicely to favorite characters, because if you're going to we've already kind of started talking about all the characters. So my favorite character, I think, was, you know what? I kind of ended up enjoying King's story arc
Oh, yes.
overall.
I agree.
Like his character arc.
I was debating between characters and King was on my like final list, my final two.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, his character arc, because I didn't really like him a whole lot for a while. For
Mm-hmm.
quite a while. And I thought he was shady enough that I thought maybe he was the one who done it, because I thought that there was
Right?
someone on the inside. But it turns out it was the ghosts who were on the inside, right? It wasn't an actual person on the inside. It was the ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of unclear, but I'm going to assume that those two villainous men were able to communicate with the ghosts in
Yeah.
some fashion and direct them. But yeah, so King had quite the character development arc. Came out as a really good guy at the end, maybe a little dumb, but a good guy.
Yes.
Well, he was in that ice. He went in alone. He went in alone. I don't think he was armed. It was dumb, but you had to have
Yeah,
the classic horror element. So
you gotta have some dumb characters in a horror movie, right?
you do, or else the horror elements of like going somewhere alone when you shouldn't, those kinds of things just don't work. If they were all smart, they would never do that.
Exactly. If they were all smart, they would never die. So
Dang it.
you have to have some
It just
people die.
wouldn't work. All right, so favorite character.
Oof. I really debated about this for a while because so many of the characters were so strong in this one. I ended up picking Singha, Pavel's character. I just thought that I know that he's the lead, but besides that, it's like I felt like he had a really cool journey of, like hard non-believer to like, okay, I'm gonna believe in Tube even if I don't actually believe. And then, okay, maybe I'm starting to kind of believe because of all this evidence. And then he ends up seeing the ghost and actually uses the spell to make him go away, make the ghost go away. And so it's just like you see him go through this whole belief process. And you also
True.
see him be like, okay, I'm a strong, hard cop. But then like with love, I'm like inexperienced. So I'm like kind of innocent in a way, but I'm also still like asserting myself because I'm like, I don't want to be innocent and it might make me feel vulnerable. So I'm still going to like put up that front or whatever. And so I felt like watching that wall kind of break down with Tube as his partner was really fascinating. And I think that Pavel like played all of those nuances really well because I feel like it was there's a lot of like deep layers in that character. And I think that he expressed them, at least to me, I felt like he expressed them really well enough to where I saw the journey in his character. So
Singha also popped into my head. At the end, I guess I chose King, but Singha, yeah, his character development journey was also really fun, nuanced. And it's interesting because King was such a side character that character development journey was still present, which is cool. Even I feel like even the ghost mother her character, she had a little bit of a journey too, like a little
She
arc going
did.
on.
Oh, that last
So,
scene, though, I cried.
oh yeah, that was.
Oh, when she changed and she was beautiful
Oh
again,
yeah,
I
that
was
part.
like,
Oh my gosh, that was
I
so
could,
beautiful, actually.
I
Yeah, so
couldn't.
even she got a little journey, like
She
being the
did.
protector.
Oh,
That was
and
pretty cool.
I will say that Pooh, I mean, I do think that Pooh still has room for
Mhm.
improvement in his acting, but whatever he did to pull out the emotions he did in this last episode, like when he was upset about Singha being in the bed, I was like,
Mhm.
I fully believed him that like his lover and soulmate was dying. And like I fully believed him when he was talking to his mother and like the emotions that were in his eyes. I was just like, I don't know where he found those deep emotions, but they were so good in this last episode. I was like, oh, I really felt the stakes. The stakes were so high. It was like everything mattered so much to him. I don't know. I was really impressed.
All right, I think I'm going to choose the fun question because I think we have time maybe for one more. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how fast it goes. But
Yeah.
I'm going to choose that if you could play one character from the series, who would you play? And I'm curious to see DeLorean who you'd play too. So if you could pick one character
Yes.
to be, who would you be?
Oh man. I I couldn't decide. I wanted to say none of them because I don't want to be in a horror movie. But I was like, I kind of want to be King. I like his character journey and I like his like he doesn't have to deal with the ghosts a lot and
It's
he
true.
gets to still have like I feel like he has to put on a mask, but he has all this stuff like percolating underneath. I don't know. I think that his character would be really tough to play. I think it would be really interesting. I don't know. That was my choice.
Okay, all right. You know what? Okay. I two people popped into my head just now because I didn't prep for this. So the first person is Say.
Okay.
Um, supportive, kind. He doesn't really have to deal with the ghost a lot either.
True.
Um, he's just got the lover who is in real danger.
Yes.
Or honestly, it might be entertaining to play that creepy ghost, the
DeLorean
one
just
with
said
the
that.
cut,
DeLorean just said that they want to play the scary ghost.
right? Like it'd be fun to have that makeup put on and like be the creepy one. Not have you be
Yes.
the terrified one might be better. Like if I
Right?
had to play on a horror set, it might be better to just play the horror element rather than the
That's
people
so
being
true.
scared.
See, I wonder, like, would I be scared looking at myself in the mirror, like in the special effects? I don't know.
Or would you get like really into it and you'd be like, "Oh man, this is gonna be fun."
Maybe, yeah. Oh man, one of the forensic
Because you
people
know,
if I
like
ever
you put
experienced.
the makeup on for the character and suddenly you feel different, right? Like it could
Yeah.
be one of those moments.
Oh, totally. Yeah. The when you get into costume and get into makeup, a lot of times you like all of a sudden feel like the character. So, yeah.
Right? It's like it suddenly comes over you. You're like, "Oh, I'm not me anymore."
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that would be crazy. DeLorean said, but one of the forensic people for being so they're kind of with you, Songbird. They're like, you
Right?
know, is the ghost or the forensic people? I
I
love
think it would
it.
be fun, like if it were a GL, like dye the hair red or whatever, like play
Mhm.
that. Yeah, it would be entertaining. I'd be entertained anyway.
Yes. Raisa says Darin probably. Yeah. Top Ten's character is really cute. I like Darin is like smart but innocent and just believes in, you know, has faith and I don't know. I think
Mhm.
that he's also a fun character. And it'd be fun to be a little seductive. He's a little seductive would say. So
That's true. That's true. He's interesting. I think it would. I don't know. I'm a little cynical in life lately. I think playing the innocent would be difficult for me.
okay. Oh my gosh.
Oh, anyways, I think we're just about out of time. Be sure to tune in on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. PST, 9 p.m. EST. We will see you next week, everybody. Bye.
Yay! Thank you all for coming.
Have a good week.